Yo, bro, what are you doing now?
Oh, nothing. Just trying to look up all the 3DS and Wii U games I can get my hands on.
Are you buying more video games? Bro, we got enough as is. We don't need any more. At least not right now. Look, I'm trying to buy them all before the eShop shuts down, because once that happens, these games are gonna go crazy in price ranges. I mean, they're gonna be shooting up, skyrocketing, and we can make so much money once we resell them all. Dude, we gonna be balling out. Look, you know we don't support scalpers. We know we don't support reselling and everything like that. We don't do that. We do not do that on this channel. We do not support that at all. But there's so many other people doing it. Why can't we do it? I mean, there's resellers and scalpers all over the place. There's so much money to be made. Why can't we try to do something like that? Look. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell the people what's going on with the Nintendo eShop if they don't know. Also to give them, hey, guess what? You only got a couple more weeks before the eShop. All right, wait. Before I let you go, disclaimer and revision. So before I let myself finish talking to myself, I myself is going to tell you what's going on with this. So at the time of this recording that I made right here, you had 2 weeks to go onto the eShop for the 3DS and the Wii U to get whatever games and DLC that you needed before the shop completely shut down. Well, of course, life happens to your boy. So at this point in time, now you only got a couple of days left. So you got like maybe, at the time of this recording, you got about several days left. And in actuality, it's not the 31st, it's the 27th of March that you'll be able to get all of the games and everything you need before the eShop shuts down. So your boy also had some things going. He was just wasn't mentally there. So other than that, I'm going to let myself finish talking to myself and let you guys enjoy the video. Other than that, go ahead and finish it up. Let's go. Shop shut down, you're gonna be having to spend an arm and a leg just to get all the games you want physically after that. Yeah, you're right. We not like that. That's not what we do here. We're gonna help out as many people as we can, letting them know what the business is. See, I knew you was for the people. I appreciate that, and they gonna appreciate that too. And with that being said, we're gonna give you guys the news of what's happening with the Nintendo eShop and letting you know that, hey, you only got a couple more weeks. So without further ado, this is a new episode of The King's Address. Let's start it off. What's going on, YouTube? I hope you guys are having a blessed one. Your boy's having one as well. And look, welcome back to the channel. Now, I know a lot of people are probably panicking right now because of what's been going on, of course, with Nintendo doing what they do as always. And what I'm talking about is the Nintendo eShops on both the 3DS and the Wii U are both shutting down. Now, of course, with that being said, a lot of people are gonna go just absolutely crazy for all the games they're trying to get their hands on. Of course, because of the fact that the eShops are gonna shut down, the physical copies of games are gonna probably and more than likely shoot up in price ranges because there's no way of accessing them through the digital market. Now, it's a big ordeal, and it's not that we didn't see this coming at one point in time or another, especially when Nintendo decided to shut down the Wii eShop back in the day. And last year they came out and announced that they were going to do the same thing for the 3DS and the Wii U. Now, it's cool that we're getting DS games and getting some backwards compatibility, of course, through Nintendo's online service, and it's a big deal. It's great. But we're not going to get all those games at one point in time or another. There's going to be games that we're not going to be able to get. And because of that, people are going to be having to look far and wide to get all the games that they're going to want. And I mean, there's so many games that the 3DS and the Wii U did have a decent library size. It wasn't as popular. It didn't really sell as well as it should have. But the 3DS was one of my favorite handhelds, I think, of all time. It's one of the best handhelds I ever owned myself. But there were so many titles for the 3DS alone. And I think the 3DS is going to hurt a lot more for people than the Wii U. But the 3DS shop shutting down is going to hurt so many people in so many different ways because there's just a ton of games that everybody wants to get their hands on. And the reason why those games being taken down digitally and then you have to buy them physically is because also the fact that those games DLC content will no longer be accessible either. So if you didn't buy the DLC yet, or you haven't even played certain games like give or take Mario Golf on the 3DS, or a certain couple Fire Emblems and certain games in general, in order for you to access the DLC for those games, you have to play the game first. So you have to put in like maybe, you know, an hour, maybe 2 hours, you know, just to get the game running itself. And then once you go through the entire process of playing the game for a couple hours and going through the tutorials, then you have to access the eShop through the game itself to download the DLC, and that's how you get the DLC on your console. But a lot of people, you know, like myself, don't have the time to play every single game and also trying to buy more games to get the DLC content if I have to play all those games, even for like an hour or 2 hours. You know, there's so many games out there to do that for. And, you know, the overall fact of the matter is that at this point in time, with the eShops both shutting down, it just sucks to see that it's really coming to the point where now it's actually going to happen. And it's really sad because I really enjoyed the 3DS and I enjoyed the Wii U as well. The 3DS is going to hurt me more than anything, I think, just because of the amount of games that there are and everything else like that, and how you also have to access them. But the Wii U just also has it has a warm place in my heart. And I love the Wii U for what it is. I love playing it. It just does suck for the Wii U as well that there are certain games that you have to buy the DLC for, and of course once they go away, it's over. Once the shop shuts down, it's over. It's done. There's no going back. I don't like this strategy. I don't like why. I really don't know and why Nintendo wants to do this. Of course, you got PlayStation that's out there. They're trying to do everything they can with backwards compatibility. You know, putting the PS3, the PS2, and the PS1 games all on the storefront, and also through the, you know, their online subscription. Xbox has been doing it forever and a day. They've been doing it through Game Pass, or, you know, if you have Xbox Live Gold, you can, you know, get your games through there. Of course, there'll be sometimes limited time and whatnot, but it sucks that Nintendo is not going to adapt this entire situation like PlayStation and Xbox have been doing. You know, Microsoft doing the same thing. They've been doing this for years. They've always cared about backwards compatibility and game preservation. Sony just jumped on the bandwagon not too long ago, and it just doesn't look like Nintendo's ever going to do something like that. Especially for the 3DS. I mean, the Wii U games are getting ports. The Wii U games are getting ports, and it's great to see that most of the Wii U games are now being ported to the Switch. But you don't really see too many games out there right now that were from the 3DS that are being ported over to the Switch. You know, you don't see that. So maybe down the line, Nintendo has a plan for us. Maybe they have a plan on how they want to do everything and where they want to go with this entire ordeal and deleting the eShop altogether. They may have a plan for the 3DS games at one point in time or another. Maybe they may make even an adapter for the Switch. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to, don't quote me on that. I have no idea if that's going to be a possibility or not. It would be great to see something like that, but at this point in time, it doesn't look, you know, it just sucks to see that the eShop is going to shut down. And there's so many games out there. I'm going to tell you guys now, you got to start getting, you know, trying to get your hands on. You got the Dragon Quest games that are just going to be shooting up in price ranges. I see that's going to happen. I see the Fire Emblem games are going to just shoot up in price. There's a lot of first-party titles that are going to be shooting up, like the, you know, the Metroid Samus Returns. There's a couple of Kirby games that are on the 3DS. I think those are going to shoot up in price. You got Star Fox 3D, which is going to shoot up in price, and that was an old title from back in the day. I mean, there's just so many games on the 3DS that are going to shoot up just because of this whole entire ordeal. And then you got games like on the Wii U, you got Sonic Lost World. Sonic Lost World is a great game. The Wii U version is going to shoot up in price. I feel like it's going to happen. You got some, you know, unknown gems. You got some hidden gems like Devil's Third. If you don't know about Devil's Third, that game was it's a Wii U exclusive, and they only made so many copies. That game is just going to shoot up in price now because of what's going on. You got the Mario Brothers, new Mario Brothers, the WII U game. Of course, you got that with the Switch, but I think the Wii U version of it, just the Luigi U version, it's gonna shoot up in price. It's gonna shoot up no matter what. And I mean, there's tons more. There's just tons more games that are just gonna go up in price because of the fact that the shops are shutting down. And it pains me to see and hear that that's gonna happen. It sucks. But other than that, I hope you guys got some information. I hope you guys know about this now, and hopefully you can get your hands on some games and some DLC content for those games that you might have. If you haven't done so, you only got a couple weeks left. It does end on March 31st. The eShop does shut down on March 31st. So please make sure, if you haven't done so, try to get as much as you can for your 3DSs and your Wii U's. If you have them, get the games you want digitally if you don't want to buy them physically. And get your DLC content on them beforehand. It's going to be crazy because once that day comes, everyone's going to just go bananas for them. They're just going to go bananas like Donkey Kong does. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for joining me. If you guys haven't done so, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow a ton. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys might be thinking about what's going on with this, how you guys may be feeling about it. Like and share with your friends and family. And also make sure you hit that bell. Let you know when I drop a new video. And with that being said, the king has spoken in this king's address. I appreciate the love and support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Holla.